All right, everybody. It's a broadcast of the Ebony Star Network, sponsored by the E Nation. It's YT-Gangsters again. On Gangsta Talk, we're going to talk about the YouTube gangbanging that's going on. That's embarrassing black men everywhere, but they don't seem to care. And we got a few caveats about the U banging. We're going to talk about it. It's Gangsta Talk. It's up right now. Drop that Wangster. Going on. YT-Gangsters. Damn, homie. On YouTube, you the man, homie. What the fuck is wrong with you? You got the sickest bedissy and you bleed like a wussy. You talk a lot of shit, but you're really a wussy. Now, come over here and get your whole damn crew wet. Me and my boys, we ain't about that old two-step. Shout out to the chat. E Nation in the biz. Chat General Truth is showing up with guns already off safety. He ain't playing. My Superman Hassan in the building to keep peace, to keep the law and order in the chat, and try to keep Truth from shooting up the place. Shout out to the ladies of the E Nation coming in. We're gonna have a little fun, y'all. We're gonna laugh and we're gonna shit on some punk ass niggas on here acting real childish and stupid. You understand what I'm saying? What's up, Trinity? What's going on, sis? How you been? YT-Gangsters, y'all. You know what they are. They're YouTube gangbangers. YouTube tough guys. The ones that tell you it's tough on these YouTube streets. I love making fun of these dudes, man, because they ought to be ashamed of themselves. But these guys, let me tell you something, man. A lot of these dudes, okay, you would expect them to be something like 19, 20, where you can expect that kind of young mentality, right? But a lot of these dudes, man, are like 40, 45. One of them approaching 60. I mean, 40, 45, 50. What you talking about some? Hey, man, I'm going to handle wine, my nigga. What you going to do? I'm going to pull up on you. What you going to pull up on me? A YouTube car? Because you ain't doing nothing else. I was watching, I think it was Reg the Bad Guy. Niggas, yo, why y'all want to act like you tough? Now, I find it very interesting and very odd, right? Like a lot of you sissies don't want to have nothing to do with physical confrontation. You know how y'all always say violence isn't the answer, right? Yo, scared niggas like fucking what's his name? Old scared ass nigga. I mean terrified nigga. Supreme King Coon, scared than a motherfucker. Ain't trying to get into no kind of confrontation. This nigga don't even want it with a mannequin. A mannequin will fuck him up, right? He don't want no kind of confrontation. A lot of you sissy bitch, violence ain't the answer. Violence ain't the answer. I find that odd, right? Since y'all ain't trying to get into no violence, then what's all of this tough shit on YouTube? Y'all some violent niggas. Y'all get into these arguments, man, I'll fuck your whole family up. Nigga, I'll pull up on the street and gun everybody down. Nigga, you know where I'm at, come see me. Knowing damn well you don't want nobody to come see you. But what's up with the violence, though? I thought you sissies wasn't about violence. Because when a real nigga come up on the panel talking about something, yo, we need to go whoop some white boy's ass. No, man, it ain't about no violence, man. I mean, if you act like them, you become them. You become like what you hate. What? Y'all come up with some old Jesse Lee Peterson shit, right? When it's time to fight. But for some reason, y'all ignore that with each other. And y'all are some extremely violent mother, like that big ass pussy, the general that be out there. Oh, big pussy ass. That's the one where his wife divorced him because she felt like she was more of a man than him. It's bad when your wife divorced you because she feels like more of a man than you. Where they do that at? How do you let some shit like that happen? How are you in a relationship before your fucking marriage and your wife wants some masculine shit because you're a punk? You more feminine than her, and now you fucking with her psyche because she a feminine woman, but you making her feel like a man. How do you become that soft? Because when you take a feminine woman that you with, a very feminine woman, and you make her feel like a man. And she divorced you because you fucking with her head because she feels that she's more of a man than you are. Where the fuck do they do that at? See, that's some new kind of soft shit right there. You understand? Shout out to Mika. But yeah, so what's the latest in the YouTube streets? Game changing, little punk ass fucking uh blow up dog crew supposed to be running down on somebody. Somebody from, according to the chronicles of um, the dudes who are going their own way. Apparently, there's some kind of dissension in the ranks. Well, apparently, some of them want to go another way, and the other ones are mad because they say, "Hey, dude, you're supposed to be going your own way with us." And he's starting to get questioned, like, "Well, wait a minute. If I'm going my own way, then why do I have to go with y'all?" So I'm sitting there watching this shit, right? The niggas got into an argument about going their own way, right? One nigga was mad because he said, "Y'all forcing me to do what y'all want me to do." Nah, man, we SYSBM, man. We are saving ourselves, black men. We going our own way. Okay, so if y'all going your own way, how come he can't go his own way? Nah, you divesting yourself from the group. So wait a minute. So if you're a sissy bim and you want to go your own way, and that way ain't with the other brothers who want to go their own way, you're a divester. You looking to go with other niggas. I guess y'all about to. Wait a minute. So okay. So what do you call it though? Right? Is it swirling or is it psychedelic or some shit? the nigga, the one nigga came on camera, right? And on some crazy ass doo doo chocolates, like quadruple knitted suit that looked like he should be on a turntable. Nigga, you look like a yo. So they mad because niggas want to go their own way and don't want to go the way of the group. So now they start to split up because you got some niggas in the sissy bibs want to go their own way. Like, hey man, I want to go my own way. I ain't want to go y'all own way. I want to go my own way. So now they arguing amongst each other about going their own way. I don't know what the argument's about. It's very clear to me. If you said you're going your own way, okay, let the man go where the fuck he want to go. Why he got to go with y'all? What? Because you want to poke him in the dunker? See, they mad because if you don't go their way, then that's less dudes that they can poke in the dunker. See, they want to go somewhere with some dudes and poke him in the dunker. See, they jealous at fucking Nas X because he got that little dude, you know, who's obviously a little blown out trick, right? So yeah, saving myself from yeah. Anyway, so they got into an argument. So now all of these factions are starting to implode, people. You know, I've been lurking around, searching the YouTube streets, keeping my eye on the YT-Gangsters, so I can come back and report on my YT-Gangster show, right? They started to implode. There's a lot of little infighting going on. The manosphere is all is almost about to go up in flames. There's so many skirmishes going back and forth. There's so many disagreements. Motherfuckers don't like Obsidian. How the fuck does Obsidian write a book? Why did anybody even give a fuck? I mean, what is wrong with us? Why do you buy a book written by that motherfucker? Obsidian wrote a book, and it was some kind of big thing in the manosphere. Now, hey, they have their faction. They just like the NOI or You know, the Elks or the Masons, right? I guess they have their heroes, right? Obsidian is one of their heroes. I'm not sure how some little angry ass penguin is a hero, but hey, he wrote a book. Okay. Now I would never purchase a book that he wrote. It's kind of like when my man Grinch wrote a book called The Ratchet Rouge. You know, which is pretty much all about disrespecting black women. There was really no substance to the book. None of these books have any substance, right? And so they tell people when they go into these groups, pretty much you need to dedicate yourself to dealing with the black woman. Now I heard a group of them say this, right? They go, and I believe this was on Reg, the Bad Guy channel. We need to get together and stand up against black women. Think about that for a second. This is a group of men, so-called men anyway, right? Trying to garner favor from other black men to get together to stand against black women. I mean, what are we doing here? I mean, you guys just don't want to be men at all, right? And you just don't care about how you sound. You don't care about how you look. You don't care about the shit you say. You come out in public and say stupid shit like, yo, we need to get together and stand together in solidarity and polarity against the black woman. You might as well be on some shit that my man was on in the Black Panther movie. Not the Chadwick Boseman one, the other one was with my man playing Huey P. Newton. Remember when they went to that motherfucking house of the phony Black Panthers, right? Dude with the libation and shit. And they had my man over there playing the fucking guitar and some dude with an afro standing there flexing, talking about something. You see, it's the cause of the bars, which makes you want to pause. Do you understand? That's how we win wars. You see, the wars are wars because the pause is on the bars, and it makes you cause, and it makes you pause. That's why we win wars. See, you go around saying bullshit like that. See, this is why niggas are so goddamn gullible, because they into symbolicism, right? You can go into the manosphere right now, get you an afro wig, right? Get your motherfucker playing the violin, right? And come in there on some bullshit and get cash apps, right? You got a motherfucker playing the violin. Yeah, it's upside down because it's like a clown who lays around. He don't understand being a man. He don't need his seed. His seed makes him bleed. So he don't take care of his seed. He doesn't water his seed because he's a clown that lays around. Oh man, you'll get a bunch of cash apps. Niggas has been, man, that was some hard shit. Yo, that afro was mad, dude. You got a hard, yo, that shit. Tell you. And so, as I'm watching the YouTube streets again, I run into some dudes who are threatening somebody else's channel. Now, how you supposed to, okay, now you figure they're going to threaten the channel, right? They say, okay, we're going to flag the channel down, right? So I'm waiting to hear what the punchline is. Okay, we're going to flag your channel down, motherfucker. Nah, you know what they said? He said, we're going to run down on your channel and stand outside and wait for you to come out. That's what they said. I bullshit you not. Yo, we're going to run down on your channel and stand outside and wait for you to come out, motherfucker. On YouTube? I didn't know you can come outside your channel and stand around. If you can, somebody just let me know, need to holler at me, man, so I can go and really experience. I wouldn't mind experiencing the YouTube streets. I come outside my channel and walk around and shit. Wouldn't that be some cool shit, y'all? To see the YouTube streets, you can come outside your channel and walk around, see what the fuck's going on and shit. That'd be some cool shit. But they were so angry and so hellacious towards one another, they didn't give a fuck about making sense. They told that motherfucker, we gonna come out, we gonna run down on your channel and stand outside and wait for you to come out, motherfucker. And when you come out, we gonna be in your face. Okay. I would have been on some. Check this out. I wouldn't even been scared at all. I'd have allowed all right, dog. I get off at 5 and shit. I'll see y'all down there. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, Hassan. That was deep like Aqua. Hassan trippy, y'all. Hold on, let me put this comment up. That was deep like Aquaman, my homie. My booty, my nigga. Hey, listen, I know these little fucking homo niggas, right? They got little pet booty names for each other. Yo, man, what up, my booger? Yo, what up, my left nut? Yo, what up, jiggly? Yo, what up, sack? Yo, what up, booty cheek? Yo, what up, booty? Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Yo, this is what they call each other. Mama call each other booty, nut sack, booty cheek. Yeah, I'm telling you, y'all gotta hear these little MGTOW channels. These little niggas with these little MGTOW channels, the funniest one. AM, AM, AM. Is that fat? Is that gay dude that don't want AM? AM1, Miss Lucky. You talking about AM1? This old gay ass talking about he don't want black people to procreate for 5 to 8 years. Nigga, you crazy, man. Get that gay shit out of here. The hell you talking about? You don't want to have sex with a girl because you hate women? That's your prerogative. The hell you come here talking about black people don't procreate for 5 to 8 years? What's wrong with these dudes? Fuck they talking about? And then niggas, yo, check this out. I mean, when he said that shit, right? Niggas had the nerve to say, yo, I see where you coming from. Really? Where's he coming from? Yo, I see where you coming from, homie. I see what it is. If black people did not procreate and just focus on making money, by the time they start procreating again, they'll be so far behind, their birth rate will be so far behind that they won't be able to catch up, effectively wiping themselves out. Yeah, I remember the old dude Pharaoh chumped in his ass on George Bacon channel. Pharaoh's that old dude, I think from Chicago, that be wearing that fedora. He don't play no games, man. But Aquaman. So Miss Lucky, is that AM1? Or is that just A? Who is okay? Somber AM is a whole perv. AM is that AM1? Sorry, she talking about AM1. All them dudes are pervs, man. The whole man. Now, where the shit be going down at these little MGTOW niggas like Game Changer. Game Changer told motherfuckers he went to the Dominican Republic and bought a Dominican female stove. And she cooked him a meal on it. So that means she improved. Okay, so it is AM1. That homo. That dude's a homo, man, talking crazy. He don't want black people to procreate for Friday. All right, go in the hood and say some shit like that and see how that works out for you. Go in the hood with that shit. Look, man, I want you niggas to stop fucking for 5 to 8 years and see what happens to you, man. I guarantee you, you won't leave that place without something happening to you. Okay, somebody damn sure gonna step to you on some kind of tip. Talking about if you don't want to fuck because you hate women, that's your problem. Don't bring that shit over here. Now let me tell you something too, right? Like the mix. Okay, this nigga said I brought a Dominican woman a stove and she improved. How did she improve? She cooked me a meal on the stove. Now, mind you, a stove in the Dominican Republic is like $20 or some shit. You know what I mean? It ain't like she do spend some serious ducats. It's $20 or some shit. So $20, you end up getting no girl a stove that she can cook meals on. I don't understand how you. Okay, so you saying that she didn't have a stove in her place? I guess some places in the. Uh, who you talking about, Truth? Somebody in here that I don't see? Yeah, 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 man. A1's a weirdo homo. That's a weirdo homo, bro. Talking crazy as hell, talking about, you know, that's about as bad as, Golden Arts are talking about. Black women should be more like white women. What the fuck you talking about? Why would black women want to be inferior? The black woman is the superior product. Why would she want to make herself inferior? And she can no longer endure the beautiful nourishment of the sun. I tell you what, you don't want to follow black women around too much if you white. Uh, Aquaman is superb. What is that? This whole to is what I was trying to say. Yeah, 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 no doubt. He is superb. Listen, y'all, all of them dudes are perverts. That's why they're in those factions. They're not in those factions for any other reason. Those guys are overly sexual. They're oversexed. Okay, and they're in there for pussy. And they think whatever they do in these groups is going to get them pussy. Uh huh. I'm engaged in the chat. Hold on 1 second, y'all. What's going on there? Well, truth, he on the manosphere side. Shout out to Polo Sports. Yeah, he on the manosphere side. He that dude that always walk around talking about black people should stop fucking for 5 to 8 years and focus on getting their money right. Like, man, you don't get all the way the fuck up out of here with that shit. Nigga, get out of here. Get all the way the fuck up out of here. What the fuck wrong with you? You crazy?
Yeah, and then he promotes pumping and dumping at the same time.
Exactly. So he's a walking contradiction. But these guys, like, they spread the gospel, amongst Mansfield dudes. But listen, these dudes aren't respected outside of this country. Y'all tripping today. Looks like y'all in a fun mood too. Yeah, y'all, we just chilling and shitting on people, having a really relaxing. Anytime you guys see YT-Gangsters, that's just us being loose and just shitting on a couple of the dumbass niggas just to have some fun. Yeah. And the thing about it is, okay, if you want black people to stop appropriating, what, 10 months? Well, I don't know about that. I think these dudes, man, I think this is who they are. Some of these dudes, I don't think are pretending. I really don't. I think that they are what you see. That's who they are. I believe some people have created a life on YouTube that they feel is better than their normal life. That's why they're on here every day. They feel that the life that they created on YouTube is much better than the one they have in real life. I guarantee you several of them feel that way. I've heard dudes, when I used to play World of Warcraft, right? Let me tell y'all something about World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft is such a good game. You can easily lose yourself into it. You know, and it's not like it's the best graphics or anything like that, or the best power system or the best mage system, you know, but it has a hellified dungeon system. Okay, to where you can go run dungeons, which you need like different stages of rock, right? And so,
Mhm.
no, looking at the.
Okay, but I was thinking that this the YouTube is them how they really are, and without the mask or the second guessing out in the world. They get to say how they really feel, say what they want to say. That's the unfiltered them. These guys, this is the unfiltered them on YouTube. And out in the real world, they couldn't say the stuff they say. They have people all up against them. They be run out. They be looked sideways. People stop hanging with them. Shooks. They could be disowned by their family. Their girls would leave them. Their women would leave them. No, 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 no. YouTube is how they really are. That's the unfiltered them. Why else would they be like this on YouTube? This is the unfiltered them. So
I mean, to
when
sit up here.
so in a way he is right, but it's not the way he think it is.
I mean, to
YouTube,
sit.
these guys is the unfiltered them.
I mean, to sit up here and say that an entire race of people need to stop procreating. You sound like a eugenicist. Because when we did that show on the eugenicists, they don't want you to procreate either.
That's probably why dudes like him think Margaret Singer is a hero to black folks. They got that ideology in their head. You think so, Max? Okay.
What's that?
Oh, sorry. All right. So yeah. You think that's why some of these idiots believe that mess that Margaret Singer's are here to black folks because on a certain level they are eugenicists themselves.
Well, yeah. Like a lot of these dudes, man. When I listen to them, right? Like I'm always watching. You know, they, especially the MGTOW dudes, the MGTOW black dudes, who don't have really business being a MGTOW.
Mhm.
right? But they have such a screwed up life. I mean, these guys are socially awkward. They can't talk to girls. Some of them got blow up dolls, and so they can't really talk to women the way they want to because the women probably respond in a negative way towards them. And they blame somebody else doing it. They blame somebody else because they don't want to take responsibility for their failures. Dang, what they saying in the chat, I can't.
Okay, they thought you was sleeping, and truth is that's a little bit of fluff for the way these nagas move.
I actually was sleeping. Good observation, you man. I was sleeping for like I had a 2 second nap, more like 3 seconds. All right, all right, all right. I'll come clean. I was asleep for 5 seconds. I had a 5 second nap, and I was caught out there by Yvette.
Mhm.
Shout out to Yvette W. Blessing us with her presence. And so these guys are very, very socially awkward. They don't know how to like. They can't even do something simple as go up to a woman and introduce themselves. Okay, they can't. You think that we take that for granted, right? But huh.
What?
No, I'm looking at the chat. What do you get in my chat? Is my chat behind?
Did you see Polo Sport just come in? Max brother grinding. LOL.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I got Polo Sport. I saw when he came in. I spoke to him.
Okay, then
But
you.
yeah, these guys are very, very weird dudes, right? And you can tell by when they're on panels talking, they don't know how to talk to women, and then they think that being mean to women is somehow going to get the women to acquiesce to their demands. You know, that the woman is going to somehow submit and bow down because they're being mean to her. You know, they're not going to get a woman. You know, some of these dudes, like I said yesterday, some of these dudes are going to be alone for the rest of their life, unless they go out and pay prostitutes. And I can't even see most prostitutes messing with these weird dudes. Hmm.
Yeah, probably because them idiots were after she does her job and she's packing up to go and do the next guy. He's berating her for making that choice and
Now,
doing what she does.
now, my whole point about it is this, right? What's the purpose of a dating coach? I mean, you socially awkward, you tripped out, and according to Kevin's areas, he's been with at least two or three of every race of female. Now, I don't know what that's supposed to mean, right? Hello?
Yeah, yeah. Well, you see what it is. They got they doing a halfway job of a matchmaker. A matchmaker is supposed to help you get married. And part of the thing of helping you to get married is they help you with the dating aspect, the dating and the courting and stuff like that to get you started. They supposed to be like that movie Hitch. It's supposed to be trying to get originally supposed to trying to get the people together to get married and find their love and live happily ever after. But they are more like the twisted guy who just wants to get with a woman that, trick her into having sex with them. And and so they twisted up the matchmaker's job.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I'm sorry. I fell off there. What was you saying?
I was saying is the dating coach as they see is a is a twisted half-ass matchmaker.
Yeah,
Matchmakers
but
are okay.
I
Okay.
don't condone
Mm-hmm.
dating coaches teaching these dudes anything. These guys got mental problems,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't want that involved in a woman's life. Maybe some of these dudes should seek out sex robots.
Yeah, but the problem is these dudes are too broke to get sex robots. Most of them are barely got enough to get a Judy blow up doll. Yeah, because blow up Judy, she's not exactly cheap. Well, I hadn't looked at it in a while. The last time I saw one, she had a little extra, so she was like in about $150. But if you just get the plain blow up, that's basically a balloon. Eh, you could go cheap. Hey, hey, hey. But as I was saying, dating coaches is a half-ass matchmaker doing half the job.
I don't even know if he's doing a job at all.
Oh, they're about to
I
get.
mean,
They're about getting the money.
how
These.
naive are you to believe that
Mhm.
there's one man out there that done had every different race of female, 800 female. That's a big facility. Wait a minute, what am I talking about? What did I just say there?
Oh no, I was laughing at truth is, no, you don't understand why there's a need for a dating coach, and that they shouldn't be teaching these weirdos the date because they're not good for nobody. You.
Yeah,
Uh huh. Uh huh. Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah. Truth is, yes, the blow up dolls have names.
Well,
The type.
there was a group going around killing blow up dolls. They were murdering group blow up dolls. They were cutting their heads off.
What?
I saw one YouTuber do that. Cut off the head of his blow up doll and blamed her for it.
Is that why you had did that show where go ahead get your blow up doll, take out everything out on the blow up doll, don't get you no woman and stuff like that? Is that how that came about?
Hmm. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, you see, yeah, Paula's part. You rather get rejected, but you see, that's the thing. The dating coach play on their fears of being rejected. These dudes can't handle being rejected. They don't want to be rejected. They don't take it as okay, she ain't meant for me. Let me move on to the next girl, or maybe the next one. No, they take the rejection personal, and they get hurt, and so they don't want it. So the dating coaches guarantee them a formula that they can get any woman they want, any woman.
I wonder what do a woman say when a guy shows up and tell her, "Well, Kevin Samuels told me to approach you this way," or a Roger Allen Curry told me to say this to. I mean, ladies, if you knew that this guy you liked, yeah, yeah, and okay, I lost my chain of thought.
If you knew a guy that you like and he approached you and um told you that his dating coach told me to tell you this line.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, ladies, do guys really improve off of Khalil? Let's say,
Okay, do guys improve when they go to dating coaches? Have you
No,
have you
not that I know of. I think they just get worse
mhm.
because
Okay.
the dating coaches don't address the mental issues. Hello?
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's because he don't want to acknowledge the mental issue. If they get mentally sound, then they won't go to him no more. They're not trying to deal with the mental issue. The mental issues is making him money. Their mental issues making him money, cause they have mental issues. They coming to him for dating advice, and they believe in that crap that it works for every woman. I'm every woman. It's all in me.
Your rendition of Whitney Houston or Shaka Khan?
Oh, it's Shaka Khan. I can't do Whitney. Besides,
But
I'm more of a Shaka Khan fan with that song.
yeah, we had some Shaka Khan stuff. Pretty good. But yeah, but these awkward dudes, man, training them I think is dangerous to go talk to a woman. They got first of all, you got to get their mind right, and then they got to learn how to be men. They don't know how to be men. Okay, they don't know how to be men, and their mentality is in the wrong place. So they got to learn how to be men before you can deal with a woman. Okay, you
Hmm.
cannot go deal with a woman and you're not a man because women respond to men. If you're not a man, leave the women alone until you can get your nerve together, get your head together, get your act together, and bring your own brown bag. And when she says she don't want to go, put it, put it in the bag.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, but the problem is they don't think they not men. If you hear them, they think they men. Shooks, shooks, they think they leaders. Dang it, they think that So how you gonna convince men who who think they are men, but they obviously not manly
I don't know
to
if you deal. I don't know if a woman deals with them at all because it's not hard to pick out their social awkwardness, right? Because their conversation always leads to sex. The conversation is always about sex. That's what they're out hook, line, and that's what they want you for, ladies. Hook, line, and sinker. Okay, if you go over there on 285 in Atlanta, you can pick up a 285 sign and just stop people right at you. Stop people right at you.
uh, hold on 1 second. I'll be right back, Max. You got it?
Yeah. So, like I was saying, right? You don't teach guys like this how to talk to women because all they're gonna do is make the woman's life miserable. So you got to teach these guys. First of all, they need mental conditioning. They need some kind of help. So they're in that right state of mind. First of all, they get their mind right. I was telling one dude, so your young dude, look like a hot mess, man. I asked him, said, your wife knows like you're wearing these um office. My bad, y'all. I seem to have lost my. Let me sit up because the more I lay down, the more I'm going to be enticed to go to sleep. Because I'm actually on my 34-hour reset, chilling, kicking it with y'all. No, I didn't get any liquor today.
I'm back. I'm back. Okay. Okay. Pause. Okay. Polo is saying I like women that had a stink attitude towards me. And he said these guys are soft like cottonelle tissue. That's what you highlight. A lot of men do. He's talking to
See, I
me.
think we have to,
Look for
but you
these
see, I
men on
think we have
YouTube.
to, but I think we have to change our rhetoric, right?
Uh-huh.
We have to be men of integrity, upstanding men. Bad mouthing a woman
Mm-hmm.
or calling a woman a derogatory name,
Uh-huh.
right? That's not becoming of a gentleman.
No.
Okay, just because other races of men call their women beads, stuff like that, doesn't mean that we should be doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm sorry, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean that we should be doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I refrain from calling the women stank this, stank that, or this, and that because it's uncalled for. And I'm not getting on polo, but I think that as black men, we need to up the ante because we have to raise young boys coming behind us, right? If they hear us, you know, using the word that we let get by,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, then
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. He's
give me
saying,
give me a
okay,
few minutes. I gotta order my food, okay? Give me a
okay.
few minutes. I'll be right back, y'all.
All right. All right. Okay, Paula, you said your wife is direct with you and you direct with her. That's how it stays fresh. Okay, so you think okay, so what you thought of as a stank attitude is not really a stank attitude. It's just that she's direct with you to the point and she's not playing any games with you and you like that. But to these guys, a woman like that has a stink attitude.
A woman like
And
what?
that's direct with you.
That ain't no stink ass attitude, nigga. Can the woman be allowed to speak?
Mhm. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So truth is, I like a
Okay, then
woman
I'll be
with a
right
little
back.
kick in her. Yeah. Yeah. Cause if you're a strong man, you need a strong woman, and you want a woman that's not gonna be honest with you, direct with you, tell you what's going on or how it is or how she feels about this. Then you want basically what Miss Lucky said, a slave. Yes, it did. That the B word did started on the plantation because they didn't see us as human beings. They didn't see us as a human breed, and they were breeding us like you would do a dog, a horse, cattle, and stuff like that. So yes, that did started at least for us in the plantation. Referred to I read some books where um all black women were bees. Okay, so so you don't even want us to be like other women. You think other women are truly that subservient to their men, that they don't talk to their men, they don't tell them what's up, they don't tell them how they feel. You may not see it in public and stuff like that, but but they do that. You get that mistaken idea. You ain't come across the YouTube I come across where there's this. Since y'all seem to think Asian women are so subservient, they laugh at y'all when they hear y'all thinking that they're subservient. They laugh at y'all. Yeah, y'all keep believing that lie. Then when you marry them and you're gonna have one, you come at her the wrong way. She's gonna kick off her shoes and throw her slippers at you beat you behind, karate chop you, do all kind of martial arts on you. Then you don't see how subservient she is. They don't bite their tongues. Now they'll let you think. They'll let you think that. Yeah, you better get into other parts of YouTube and see. Yeah, cause I got fascinated when I stumbled on this. white man married Asian woman. Let me see. I don't know. Is she Filipino? I forgot what she is. Oh yeah, and she's very very possessive, jealous. She be testing him, and the only way he kind of gets back at her because she listens to her father, and so he gets her in trouble with her father to get back at her. But it works on him too. If he's doing something that his her father don't approve of, he'll get his daughter to get at her husband. So hey, it ain't always peaches and cream. Yeah, yeah. You're gonna be chastised. How you think you're gonna feel being chastised by your Asian wife because her father don't like the way you did something? Their culture is different. And her father don't chastise her about, you can't do your husband that way. You can't kick a slipper out and throw a slipper at him. Nah, to him that's perfectly normal. Yeah, I started learning that when my uncle married his Japanese wife. And I was like, I thought y'all was supposed to be submissive. She arguing with him in front of us and everybody. She's mad. She don't hold it. Yeah, so yes, they do will argue in public. It's just that with their men in public, you just don't know because they speaking a whole nother language. Okay, but but back to the dating coaches. As I was, yeah. Oh, wait, no, I'm going too fast back with the dating coaches, but with the so-called uh stank attitude of black women have bad attitude. No, we do not. And if you have a problem with her attitude, you need to reevaluate yourself. Are you sure you want to be dealing with this woman? Yeah, and did you ever think, okay, something I did or did not do, or something that has nothing to do with me? Yeah, yeah. I don't hear you complaining about her good attitude. You know, when Ling turn into Jet leave, you piss her off. Yes, she will. I thought that's funny. That's the funniest part to me. When she be kicking off them slippers, or she show her jealous side. And I'm not talking about regular jealousy. I'm talking about insanely jealous, ridiculously insanely jealous. Stuff that you think is a skit. No, she's serious. She insists on FaceTime on the phone with her husband, especially when she's mad at him. Because she'd be like, you see this? I was like, oh my goodness. It's just that they only grew up around black and assuming other women are different or a certain way. Yeah, they usually find out the hard way once they get involved and stuff like that. Yeah, especially if they're going into her community. Like I said, I'm going to be part of her community. Oh, you finna get hell. And don't let you be not be able to provide. Oh, shoots. All the men in her community gonna be shitting on you, and she gonna be shitting on you, and eventually she's gonna leave you. Gonna provide some kind of way. Found out he wasn't acting right with the baby. She knocked him the heck out. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, these dudes talk about being part of these other women's communities. I'd be like, y'all kidding, right? Y'all know nothing about that community. Y'all know what it's like. It's a whole culture different. You thinking, oh, they subservient to their men, and they gonna be subservient to you. No, 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 no. They subservient to you when you're providing and you're protecting and you're doing all that stuff. Once you're not doing them things, oh hell no. Are you embarrassing them culturally? Like the in this Asian woman case that I was looking at when she was especially going on husband, you did something embarrassing that her father had to tell her about what you was doing, and so she's gonna get him. She was just out of town, you know. Their culture is you live with the parents or the parents live with you. So her parents are in his house, and you're so below them that the man don't even bother beating you up or smacking you around or hitting you. You're not worthy. You're not man enough. So he'll talk to his daughter and she'll smack you around. So they doing a double insult. So when they don't hit you, when they don't bother wasting time hit you, they constantly telling on you to the daughter. That's because they don't see you as a man. That they don't hit women. So they don't deal with women like that. They tell whoever's above you. So like she's your mother. You know, say, okay, you are responsible for him. So I'm telling you that you're irresponsible man or did this or disgusting thing like this or embarrassed me like this, and she's to deal with you. He ain't even bothering. You're not his equal. Yeah, that's if he sees you as a man. If he don't see you as a man, he ain't dealing with you. He's sending Ming to deal with you. You know, just like you're a child. Like some people when they see somebody's child misbehaving, they don't necessarily go and whip the child. You know, that's our community because we see all our children. They will tell the parents and let the parents deal with you. Now, now if Meline don't deal with you, then he might step in. And then it's more like fussing at her because she chose to marry you. And you embarrassing the family, you're doing something disrespectful, you're not working or you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing as a man. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's when Mingling is constantly talking to her husband, that means her father does not see you as a man. He's not talking to you. He's not smacking you. You're not his equal. You are a child or you're a woman. You know, and since you're not his woman, he ain't dealing with you. He's dealing with the woman that's supposed to deal with you.
Right.
Oh, oh, sorry, Abin, I didn't mean to take over. Yeah, exactly. And there's a lot of these communities that have the similarity in culture. If they don't see you as a man, they ain't dealing with you. They either put you in the category as a child or you're not their equal. They gonna go to the person that's responsible for you. And if you're not part of their culture, that means your wife has to deal with you. They go to her, she deals with you. If she don't deal
Yeah.
with you, then they go into her. You know, yeah. But if they
Yeah.
kicking your behind, if they kicking your behind themselves personally, they see you as a man, and they dealing with you like a man. You out of pocket, you embarrassing the family. Oh, they coming at you. But when they don't deal with you, it's the wife all the time. Your wife dealing with you, you ain't the man. They don't see it. They ain't touching you.
They always been seeing the wife as the one who is doing everything, and because she don't show up as a man, they don't see you as them is saying is right. So you as a man have to review yourself, let them see you. So if something happen, they're gonna defend you, they're gonna stand for you. You understand?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Shooks. And it's a slight culture difference. I did not know until I was talking to somebody that's more familiar with Japanese culture. I didn't know anything. I just know in the beginning of their marriage, um, my uncle's wife, Japanese wife, she kept her last name. She kept her last name for longer, and then she would do her last name hyphen his last name. Then they went over to Japan, and then when they came back, all of a sudden it was his last name all the way. All her paperwork had his last name, her married name. Somebody told me it's because she was doing something on the slip. She didn't quite get her parents' approval, and so she kept her name, and then she compromised by hyphenated. And then when they went to Japan, her parents approved of him. Now she officially takes his name completely. Otherwise, if they didn't approve, or they didn't feel the marriage was valid, they was going to separate or divorce, or she was going to eventually be divorced from him or separated from him, and she wouldn't have to go through all the paperwork of changing back to her family name. I was like, what? I said, well, that explains something, but I didn't know it. He didn't know it. I don't think he still to this day know it. That if her family hadn't approved of him, her father hadn't liked him, and thought very well of him, she wouldn't have took his last name completely, or she would have dropped that hyphen off of it, and it just been her maiden name. Hmm. Yeah, I be the Laotians I met. I keep thinking they practical jokers. I can't tell when they serious or when they joking. Because let me see, we had an invasion of crickets at our dormitory, and we was getting rid of them by throwing boiling water on the crickets. We would get a big bowl water, stick it through the microwave, go out and kill, because we was not having these crickets invade our dormitory, and they'll eat up everything, clothes, towels, you name it, any cloth like material. And we weren't about that. So they came by. They said, "Ooh, crickets! Oh, you finna boil the crickets?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah." They said, "Oh yes, they taste good." What? Y'all really do eat crickets? I said, "Oh yes, like popcorn." What? You kidding? I said, "I thought that was just a joke." You know, you know. Do you eat dogs too? Yeah, I know that was rude and stuff like that. And they said, "Oh, dogs are only for famine time." But he personally haven't eaten dog. But he back in Laos and Vietnam, yeah. You take care of the animal, and then if famine time, hard times come, you eat it. It's like everything is food. I say, well, what's to stop you from cannibalism? Uh, it got to be some really, really hard times. He even thought about that. I thinking, oh, okay, yeah. If it gets really, really hard, it might turn to cannibalism. Uh huh. Yeah, and then the other one's joking. Oh no, we'll at least wait for you to die. We're not going to kill you. We'll wait for you to die, and then we'll eat your body. I was like, and he's laughing. I said, you pulling my leg, right? He said, no, not till you die. And okay, so So you might want another reason to watch. Okay. All right. Mainland can kick rocks back into the slum of Laos and La Cruz. Want Iron wants them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. In fact, I think there's a bunch of pictures of Vietnamese took pictures with me. I don't know. One day I was in all in white, um, white pants, white skirt, white blouse. Usually it means it's a wash day for me. You know. Okay, so okay, you knew more boys than girls. Yeah, same here. I know they're regular people. Every year, this boy Charlie would bring ushi, sushi, in to introduce us to his culture. Okay. Well, I usually got on the Vietnamese and the Laotians nerves because be watching a movie. They be in a place where let's see, it's like the general place for job corps, and you can well at the time it was VHS tapes and bring it in and watch movies. And since it'd be like karate movies and stuff like that, but it'd be in Vietnamese, and I'll be watching with him. But then at some point I'd be like, okay, what's she saying? And he's like, just watch the movie. No, but what is she saying? Just watch the movie. It doesn't matter what she's saying. To them, it was about the action. To me, is I want to know what she's saying. And they get mad. It's like, either watch the movie or go. I said, well, if you just tell me what she's saying, I'll be quiet. Yeah, so most of the time I got on some of the bad side of some Vietnamese. It was mainly about the movie. Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. And let me see. Yeah, you're right. I saw more boys than girls. The couple of girls I've met, well, the 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 two that I met, uh, did one of them didn't speak English. The other two spoke English, but they kept to themselves because they were lesbians. So found that out because uh, one of when I first got there, one of the girls had made friends with. She was like, I need to change room. I need to get out of this room. It's like, why? Because I'm not trying to hear and see them making out with each other. And she put up a fuss and said, well, does anybody have a problem with staying with them, stuff like that? You know, and we had to do a rotation. All right. Let's see what else y'all talking about in the chat. Okay, yeah. Let's see. I'm speaking facts. For real, for real. Yeah. That's the stuff they don't want to acknowledge, that when they're going in the culture, you're going into another culture, you're going in as an outsider, and you got to be on your P's and Q's. You got to be on the ball as a man, and more especially because it's bad in their mind. It's bad enough that their child hooked up with you, but you got to give them reason to brag and stuff like that, and that their child didn't make a mistake. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, if you're in a plane with some Vietnamese or Laotians or one of them Asian groups that they believe, mainland China in a country where every animal is a food. Every animal is a food. Yeah. So, hey, what's to keep them from eating you if times get desperate enough? Yeah. Yeah, but at least they're alive. They ate the dead people. It's the live people that might be contemplating killing you off to eat. That's a worrisome part. Yeah, yeah. And it's be like, yeah. So yeah, because there's comedians that make jokes that every time they hit turbulence and feel like the plane is going down, you're looking around to see, okay, who are you going to eat if the plane go down somewhere where you can't get no food? Yeah, rats. Oh yeah, rats, dogs, cats. Oh, I remember. Um. Yeah, we used to think that was a stereotype, or that was one of them exaggerations and stuff like that. But one of the girls said, "Well, yeah, I used to think that too." You know, she said, but she okay, she they live in an apartment complex, and okay, where the dumpster is, everybody dumps this trash in there, and there'd be food like trash. There'd be stray cats and dogs there. So one day, not too long after these Vietnamese refugees it came in there, she went to go. She had been away for a while. She came back and she's dumping trash for her mother. And she's like, she's used to having to carry a stick just in case, there's some big dog or something, scare him away. I'm like, no dog, no trash bags torn up and stuff like that, from the animals. And I was like, what's going on? And so she's like, hey, mom, whatever happened to all the stray dogs and cats and stuff like that? Her mom was like, they just disappeared one day. I didn't really think about it, but yeah, just like they just so she didn't think nothing of again until okay, she was walking, okay, walking and the back end. If you have one of these apartments where there's two doors, and usually the back door is by the kitchen, and she was taking a shortcut going to a friend, and she was in the back area, and she saw one Vietnamese neighbor uh, kill a cat and was preparing it to cook and eat, field dressing it and preparing to cook and eat. And she was like, "Oh my God, that's what happened to all the stray cats and dogs." And she ain't been able to eat Chinese food ever since. I said, "What? Those were Vietnamese." Yeah, yeah, I don't know. She said, "If I go to a Chinese restaurant," and she's like my great aunt, "I'm eating seafood. I'm eating shrimp. I'm eating fish." Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, yeah. And hey, we live in a country. We got stuff like raccoons, possum, armadillos, of course, rats. We got a neutral rats. Think of as a big, really big water rat, about the size of a small dog. Some of them been bigger than that. So hey, there's a whole bunch of uh, um animals. Shoots. Even New Orleans, there's still Certain parts of New Orleans, they still deal with neutral rats and dogs and cats. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying all Vietnamese like that for the more modern, up to date ones, but the Americanized ones probably not inclined to be that way, but the first generations, mm, might want to watch them. Oh yeah. Well, no. Well, some do, some don't. Sometimes it's what they eating. Some are dirtier than others, just like every people. But I don't hang around them long enough to get a good whiff all the time. I remember when they made fun of Alive and Living Color. Yeah, and then my nose can be selective. I can be around some smelly stuff, and my nose will ignore all that and just concentrate on the good smell. Yeah, sometimes, yeah, because there was this girl in my job corps. They were complaining about how much she stank so much, and I was like, I just didn't get what they were talking about. It took one day, I guess she was a really bad day, and she reached out her arm to get some utensils that I smelled. I was like, oh, I stepped back. I said, that's what y'all was complaining about. She not only smelled, but she was burning my nostrils. Whew. I was like, dang it. Why my sinuses had to clear up now? Yeah, sometimes sinuses interfere with your smelling. But, sometimes my nose will selectively smell. I'll be like, can't you smell that bad stuff? No, all I smell is the cinnamon rolls at the bakery over there. What? Oh, yeah, yeah. Ooh, okay, I didn't know that. But doesn't everybody stink when they die? Yeah, yeah. I can smell barbecue on the wind. Her tilapia is a nasty scavenger too. Well, we're speaking as a person that eat catfish, which is supposed to be also scavenger fish. And you do those of you that eat shrimp, lobster, crabs, um, those are scavengers. hmm Now, if you want something that's a hunter, yeah, there's barracudas, there's eel. Let's see. Or maybe you're looking for the vegetarian fish. Um, so yeah, so learn which is your scavenger fish. Those of y'all that's eating kosher, no more shrimp and lobster and crab for you. No catfish. I'm trying to think of another bottom feeder fish. I can't think. Oh, and no oysters. Well, don't worry. They gonna fillet that catfish. They gonna give it to you whole. And even in Louisiana, if we give you a whole catfish, that head is off. Most people say they don't like the way it tastes. Some people say it tastes like dirty. Yeah. Oh, or garfish. I weigh garfish. Or yeah, or gator. Actually, garfish and gator taste kind of like. Yeah. Well, I did have a red snapper with the head on there. I just left the head alone. They fried the whole fish, and and I just ate all the meat around the bones and stuff like that. So it's not gonna. But if you try and expect me to eat the head, no, I won't be eating the head. I'll eat all the meat around the head, but I ain't eating the head. Okay, you like shrimp? You like lobster? You like oysters? Ah, you're not eating kosher, Hassan. Those are scavengers. Now I'm messing with you, Hassan. I'm messing with you. So that's left over from my cousin when she was trying to make me trying to talk me to becoming a vegetarian. Yeah, yeah. She kind of got out of it, but she had gotten out of it. But she eats more vegetables. It's just that she's not completely vegetarian, and she might hmm don't want to eat something looking back at me. That's the thing. It didn't seem like it was looking at me, but hey, I did have the head pointed off to the side and stuff like that. But yeah, that's a leftover. My cousin messing with me about being vegetarian. Now, I was laughing at my cousin because okay, the first few years of her life, like right around the time she was 10, she grew up in Chicago, and then her family moved to um to New Orleans. So when she got to college and started becoming vegetarian, she kept going on, how can you stand to eat a living being? Doing that talk. And she said, have you ever seen a cow? Do you know where your eggs come from? The chickens and stuff like that. And I'm looking at her. Now, for years, she kept calling us country. I keep telling her, I don't live in the country. I live in a small town. But I do know where my food comes from and stuff like that. I just don't, and stuff like that. So I'm looking at her. I said, seriously, you seriously telling me this? Telling me this? I said, yes, I have seen a cow, looked in his beautiful brown, long lash eyes, and called him hamburger. For her, technically. Well, I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, it was a her. Called her hamburger. Yep, I know where my pork chops come from, my bacon. In fact, I seen the pig and was calling them pork chops and stuff like that. I know where my animals, the food came from. I ain't personally butchered the animal and stuff like that, but I ate it. I raised it up. I knew that it was being fed and fattened up so we can eat it. Uh-huh. And I did have my moments where I had my favorites and I didn't want them to die and stuff like that. And yeah, it's a slow transition from vegan to becoming vegan and vegetarian, but she didn't know that. She was trying cold turkey. And her aunt, my great aunt, was made beef stew. You know that beef stew where the meat was kind of breaking up and it is thick, brothy with the potatoes and the sweet peas and the carrots. Ooh, and you put some hot sauce with that. Ooh, oh, and hot sauce and rice with that. Oh, and it was a cold Mardi Gras year too, and the steam from the stew was fogging up my glasses. We was inhaling that stew and stuff like that. hmm Well, we don't know if it was grass fed at the time. We didn't care. We were kids. You put food in front of us, and we was kids that grew up with food, not fast food, not processed food, food and stuff like that. So it was like, and beef stew is her favorite thing too. It's her favorite. And she was going cold turkey vegetarian, and she'd been doing it for like maybe 6 months. So it was hitting her hard. She really wanted that stew, but she didn't want to be by herself not having the stew. And she was at that stage where she was eating, and she was eating because there's a lot of vegetarian. She knows a lot of vegetarian. She learned over the years, but where she can eat and be filled and stuff like that. But it wasn't it was like she was constantly hungry because she wanted meat on a certain level. She hadn't weaned herself off the meat yet. She just went cold turkey. And she was feeling it, and she wanted somebody to be with her, because we all our faces in the bowl, shoveling that stew in our mouths, chewing. I bit my cheek. The stew was so good. I bit the inside of my cheek a couple of times, trying to get it in. And it wasn't stopping me. I was like, ow, 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 oh, shooks. I bit my cheek. And shove another spoonful in. And it was like, yeah. You know what they do to that poor cow? Yeah. But you see, yeah, but you see, the cows. I wasn't used to, I'm not used to, big processing, mass cattle raising for meat. I was used to individual cattle raising for meat, so it's more likely to be grass fed. In small towns where they got like a few cows and stuff like that, it's more likely to be grass fed than these other things, especially if it's going for the family. So I was like, yeah, I do, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I kind of felt bad for her though, because I think she eventually gave in. I think what it was, she was getting the rice and the gravy and the vegetables. She was trying to stick to it, but not eating the meat itself. Back in my days being in the project, they used to make a barrel into a grill and put a pig onto it. I wouldn't eat none of it, but that's what they used to do. Oh yeah, we still got them barrel type pits. In fact, that's the favorite type pits. Them big old oil drum, metal oil drum, um, barbecue pits. Yeah, a hog every year for the family reunion, because we raised a hog for a year. Had them fixed. Yep. Goat. Yeah. Yeah. I hadn't had goat tripe in a long time, but not usually a whole pig on the grill though. Well, practically the whole pig cut up in different sections. Oh yeah, shoots. In fact, we have like Louisiana, we have like swine festival, a hog festival, and you can get all the crackling and boudin and all the different pork type meats.
Um,
hmm
what's going on?
Oh, I'm sorry. We are into food. Um, okay. Sorry, we got into food. My wife cook it all the time. hmm
Okay, well, that kind of throws me for a loop. I
Uh-huh.
wasn't prepared to talk about food.
No,
I know I had to drop off for a minute because I had something I had to do.
yeah,
But
we progressively wandered into that. It didn't start off that way. We just kind of wandered into it. Um.
oh, man.
Ooh. Okay. 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 Am I going to the state fair? Nah, probably not. Usually, I have family out there I can stay with and stuff like that. But different family issues. So
Stop muting me,
wait. I forgot.
please.
You live in Dallas,
Hello.
huh? Huh?
You stop muting and over talking me, please.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I was saying I thought that at the beginning of the summer is where you're supposed to have all of the hay fever and the The allergies. I thought at the end of the summer, going into the winter, I mean, you shouldn't have that. Like I'm catching all these allergies now. Like I mean, we in September, we're almost into October. This is my favorite time of the year, folks. I absolutely love the holidays coming up, even Halloween, because I get to poke fun at white people, because white people take Halloween serious. Y'all notice that? You notice that, Dave?
Yep.
I mean, they be dressing up, they get decorating their homes, goblins, big giant pumpkins, Dracula, Frankenstein. I mean, and then they out in the public with the costumes. I mean, they be on it.
Mm-hmm.
White
Yep.
people love Halloween, and I love making fun of them during Halloween. And they just, and then when I was eating candy back in the day, I used to love getting candy until they started putting razor blades in the candy to hurt the kids, and they caught some dude doing that back in the day, putting razor blades and stuff like that, beat the hell out of them. See, back in the day, you get your ass whooped before you get turned over to the cops. Okay, people would catch you and they would whoop your ass before they turn you over to the cops, and the cops would look the other way. Okay, see, back then things were different. Today you can do anything to anybody's community and you don't get any consequences. Couldn't do that back in my community. You got caught trying to hurt a kid, everybody on that block was looking for you. Every father, every mother, every older brother was looking for you. Whoever found you called the other ones, and they ran down on you and they beat the living shit out of you.
Mm-hmm.
Men, women, and kids beat the living shit out of you before they called the police. Okay? I remember a dude, man, broke into a guy's house, and they finally caught him. And he stayed up on the corner, Ocean and Dwight, beating the hell out of this dude with a baseball bat, beating his legs. Asking him, "Where's my shit?" Just beating the hell out of his legs. I think he must have broke his leg in like several places. And the cops came and didn't even arrest dude. Dude said he broke into my house, he stole this and that, this and that. And they didn't even get arrested. And they called the ambulance for dude. Dude tried to get up, but he collapsed because his legs was all messed up, broken. But back then, yeah, that's the way that's the way they dealt with you. That's why people wasn't so quick to run down on neighborhoods and do stupid shit. Because there was retaliation depending on what neighborhood you was in. And people would put their hands on you back then. So I love the holidays. This is my favorite part of the holiday. I love Thanksgiving too because, I love eating. But now, I'm different now. I don't eat meat anymore. Abby is my dietitian. She's got me on a strict diet, which is working. So, I eat a lot of vegetables and fish now. But still, Thanksgiving is my I like it. I can go grill me some red fish and still enjoy Thanksgiving. I absolutely love Christmas. I don't get into the Satan Claus thing and all that. I don't get it. The man-made holiday, I don't get that either because what you gonna do about it? Stop it? See, I'm not one of these Negroes that fight against things I can't do nothing about. You can't do nothing about Christmas. What you gonna do? Stop Christmas? Christmas is a major billion-dollar holiday, multi-billion-dollar holiday. How you gonna stop it? And black people ain't the only people who engage in Christmas. Everybody in this country engage in Christmas. Except for some of the Asians, I'm not even sure what the hell they do because they be open on every holiday. They sell their Chinese food, Halloween, Thanksgiving. And sometimes when you go in there on Thanksgiving, they look at you like you crazy, like, what you doing in here? It's Thanksgiving. And so I absolutely love, because Christmas is also romantic, guys. You can use Christmas to romance the heck out of your female, your woman. I mean, with the snow, the open bay windows, the fireplaces, man, the mulled wine, the hot, the warm brandy, the whiskey. I mean, you could really get crazy with it. Get some violins. I see a lot of you dudes, right? Y'all don't have any class. You know, you don't want to treat your woman to anything. So you take her to a place and have some violinists play the violin, some soothing music at the table, right? While y'all in front of a big open bay window and it's snowing outside, there's lights out there, and the mood is set low, and it's really romantic, and the dudes are playing a romantic song on a violin. I don't know about no violins. I don't listen. It's not about what you know. It's about presenting something to your woman she's never had before. She's never experienced before. She probably ain't into the violins either, but it's cool to experience it. It's something she can tell her girlfriend. Yeah, my man, we had the violins and all that. At first, I thought it was weird, but then I got into it. Really got into the mood. We had wine. Give your wife something to talk about. Let her go yak to her friends. Yeah, this and that happened. You know what I mean? Give her something to talk about. Give her something to remember. And always, when you take your woman out somewhere, always get a souvenir. Memorabilia. Always get something. Because women love to collect things to remind them of where they've been. Get a souvenir. I don't care if you go to a, a, a backyard barbecue. Get something there that reminds you there. Bring home some peach cobbler or something. Bring home, so a whole watermelon with a smiley face on. I don't know what it is, but bring something back. Wherever you take your woman, always make sure you can grab her. I don't never take my wife anywhere where I can't buy her something. Never go nowhere where I can't buy her something. Every time I take her out, I make sure where I take her, they got plenty of souvenirs there, memorabilia there. I like to take my wife to big time events, so we can take something back home with us that she can remember. Something she can tell her friends, you see, I got this beautiful little swan thing right here. My husband bought me this, and then he bought me that. He bought me this, he bought me that. And now she's excited. Her friends are over. They see all of her memorabilia, all her souvenirs. They're like, wow, you traveling, your husband doing it, That makes them feel good, man. Get them, always take them some places where you can buy something. You know what I'm saying? Take them out to plays like to see the Lion. I don't know if the Lion King is still running, but that's an awesome play, y'all. The Lion King. If you can make it to New York, it'll be worth it. It'll be worth the trip. And that's to check this out. If you live in the West Coast and you want to go see the Lion King, make the excursion. Spend a little money. Your woman is worth it. Turn it into an excursion, right? Travel all the way to New York. Take her to see the Lion King live. That's a cool ass play. That play is off the hook. And they got plenty of souvenirs. You know what I mean? I don't know if they're still running though. I don't know if they're still on Broadway. But the Lion King is lit, man. Very, very, very awesome play. So take your woman to these places. Don't be afraid to travel. Travel. Don't just stay in your neighborhood and go to White Castle and Burger King and IHOP. And yeah, that's cool every now and then. But you want to take your woman someplace, man, to where she's never been before, a scenery she ain't never seen, someplace where she can be, really focused on what's going on because she ain't never been there before. And then when the whole thing is over, make sure you're picking up souvenirs. Hey, baby, listen, I'm going to get you this bracelet or something like that. Man, they love stuff like that. Do these things, man. Treat your women. Take your women places. You know, don't be assholes and don't take your women places, especially if she got kids. Take her and the kids. You know, take them out to have a good time. You know, but like I said, if you just with your woman, hey man, take her out, do some things for her. Now, don't listen to these dudes that tell you I ain't doing nothing, I ain't spending no money. Women, dudes like I'm about to say women like that, dudes like that. Well, may as well be women like that, right? Women like that don't have any women. Okay, don't listen to a dude that don't have a woman. There's a reason he don't have a woman because of the shit that's coming out of his mouth. He ain't got no woman. Don't listen to nothing he got to say. A lot of these dudes will mess up your relationship because they mad, right? They mad as hell that they ain't got no woman, so they telling you, no, man, you need to do this, you need to do that. You need to shit on her, man. You need to tell her she needs to submit. If you gonna spend money on her, she needs to submit. Man, get that stupid shit out of your mind. It's not about her submitting. It's not about you overpowering her. It's not about you towering over her or she under you. It's about you being a husband, a decent husband, a decent father, a decent soulmate. It's not a dictatorship. You can be the man in your home just by treating your woman the right way. And she'll give you that. All you gotta do is treat her right. All your answers to your woman is in the treatment of her. It's not in these dating coaches. It's not all these stupid ass lines they tell you to say. It's not the manosphere. It's in all of the answers is in the treatment. When you treat them right, they will reward you with an abundance of love, respect, admiration, and loyalty. And you should do the same. She's loyal to you, you remain loyal to her. It's a two-way street, not a one-way thing. And you're better off with a woman that loves you freely and unconditionally rather than a woman that you're trying to break or you're trying to turn into a slave or you're trying to force her to submit. A woman like that will never truly love you. As a matter of fact, she will always harbor some hatred for you, especially if she can't get away from you. Like you're beating on her, she's afraid of you. Okay? You know, man to man, let me ask you both a question. Why do you think it's manly to put your hands on a woman? Why do you think it's manly to pick a fight with a woman? Why do you think what part of masculinity does that have to do with? Damon, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Am I coming through?
Yeah, you coming through.
So I want to know what part of masculinity does that have to do with? Last I checked, that don't have anything to do with masculinity. As a matter of fact, that has everything to do with cowardice. And first of all, what are you doing arguing with a woman in the first place? You don't have time for none of that. If you're a man, you're about your business. You don't have time to be on social media, okay, sticking your nose in a woman's conversation and going back and forth to argue with her. You got things to do. You a man. You got business to handle. You always got business to handle. You're a man. You got shit to build. You got resources together. You got shit to do. I don't understand. And so I'm asking today, like, what's so masculine about fighting or picking a fight with a female?
Exactly. What is masculine about fighting or picking a fight with a female? Yeah, physically stronger. You too sensitive. Can't take what she's saying. Can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth. Hey, you back, Max?
Yeah, sorry about that, y'all. I was frozen.
Okay.
So I always wanted to know, like, what's so masculine about picking a fight with a woman? And then on top of that, like, if you can't beat the person that done put a foot in your ass, why go and try to take it out on the female? And I can see young and ignorant niggas doing this because they're young and ignorant. But older men in their 60s, I can't rock with that. I don't even know what that's about, man. What are you, nuts? What's wrong with you old dudes, man? I'm, I got a question. Yo, man, I need to address you elders, man. What's wrong with you old dudes, man? Y'all seem to be falling like flies, man. What's going on? Y'all falling one by one, man, to the manosphere, to this stupid ideology about women. And y'all should know better. What's going on? What, y'all bitter, you old, and you decrepit, you got a bad will, and you can't get with a woman? Is that what it is? Now you hate the woman because you got a bad will, you're old and decrepit, you haven't taken care of yourself? And now you're mad because the woman don't want you? Or you mad that the young girls don't want you? Because you can get a woman. Let me tell you something. I seen a black couple, with matching missing limbs. His right leg was missing, her left leg was missing. And they were a couple. And they were happy. So you can find a woman for you if you beat down. Some women don't mind a man that's hurt or, that done been through a lot, whatever, because a lot of women got that nurse thing in them. A lot of them enjoy nursing you back to health, you know? So you can find a woman. You might find a woman out there that might put you back together, might patch you up, you know? So I don't understand what's up with you old heads, man. You old funky turds, you old farts. What's wrong with y'all? Out here acting like this, being a bad example for our youth. Y'all supposed to be the ones who are leading the youth. You're acting just like them or worse, and you're putting a bad impression on them, and you're leading them in the wrong direction. You got old heads out here talking crazy against black women. So now the younger heads, they ain't nothing wrong with that. So what's up with you old heads? What's going on? What happened? If the pen's too tight, Viagra don't work, dude, fuck your hairline up at the barbershop. What happened? What's up? Because this isn't supposed to be happening. You guys are supposed to be the leaders, you elders, supposed to be the ones where these young guys come to for advice. Now they come to you and learn how to hate black women. You guys ought to be ashamed of yourselves. 50 plus years old, 60 plus years old, misleading these young boys because you either bitter, some of you sound like bitter old black women. Some of you sound like old women who've been scorned. Y'all sound like women scorned. I listened to an old fool the other day talking about some black women are evil. Well, wait a minute. You guys that say black women are evil, what makes you think you're so righteous? Somebody explain that to me. You niggas who are calling black women evil, what makes you think you're so right? What makes you think you're a saint? What makes you think you're an angel? So I hope you don't think you're not evil. Especially you Hebrew Israelites. Ain't nothing but a bunch of perverts over there. And child molesters. And guys who want to rape women. There's a rapist. There's a lot of rapists that hide in the Hebrew Israelite organizations. Guys who want to impose their will on women. There's a lot of them over there. If you want to know where your rapist at, the Hebrew Israelites. They got a ton of rapists over there. Okay? They got more rapists over there than they have pedophiles. The rapists outnumber the pedophiles over there. You got men in the Hebrew Israelites believe that a woman should have no rights, that a man should be able to do whatever he wants to her. And she can't say no to sex. Even if she's pregnant, she can't say no to sex. Y'all want to live with somebody like that? Y'all want to live under those kind of rules? With them psychotic dudes? Man, those dudes are lunatics. You know? That's why we have to try to build a situation the right way. What we are attempting to do here is taking a long time because we're not rushing it. We're trying to collect black brothers and sisters who are of like minds, who defend black women, who defend black children, who love black women, and who are pro-black and do not believe in swirling and want to build with their brothers and sisters, positive relations, build communities. These are the type of black people that we're looking to attract here at the E Nation. We're not a cult. Ain't nobody no fucking cult leader looking to sleep with somebody's wife. And no. We're just pro-black peoples, building positive relations. We protect our women and children. And we want to take things into our own hands. We want to educate our kids. We want to build. We teach our kids how to build. We want to build with our women. We want to build with the brothers. You know what I'm saying? We want brothers and sisters of like minds. We don't want no cult mind. Brothers who naturally, sisters who naturally feel the way we feel. See, because if the feeling is natural, then we never have to worry about you changing. You understand? We ain't gotta wait for you to turn into a polite, you know, or a Zion Lex who's an absolute phony. You understand? But what's up with you old heads, man? You guys are looking real embarrassing. And I've turned my attention to you because these young boys are following you. I just realized that, you know what helped me see that? That crazy dude, RBR, helped me see that the elders are messed up. And the elders are causing a lot of damage to the young black youth. And the reason why he helped me see that, because that's what he's doing. He's an anti-black piece of shit. We don't give a damn about black people. He uplifts white women, and he called black women bees. But he'll praise Hillary Clinton. He'll praise Kamala Harris. He'll praise all these white women. But he'll talk nasty and disgusting and vile to black women. I witnessed this on this panel. I witnessed this when he come into here. He traumatized one of our sisters, which I'm still angry about. You know, your brothers, man, to not have integrity is one thing. To not have honor is one thing. But to not have your sexuality is another. To walk around here and not identify as a man is problematic. They want to get rid of old dogs like me, strong black men. They want to get rid of the strong black men. We are now under we have been under the category of toxic masculinity, which comes from the LGBT community because they hate masculinity. They also hate femininity too. They hate both. So people say, well, why do they mimic heterosexual relationships? Because these people are sick. The DMCJ three listed homosexuality as a mental illness. These people are suffering from a mental problem. And that's never been changed. Just because the AP had a popular vote, there ain't nothing wrong with it. There's never been no scientific change of the diagnosis. The diagnosis is still the same. It's a mental disease. Oh, okay. Dame,
Yes.
take over for me. My food is here. I'll be right back.
All right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So it's still a mental disorder, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm seeing proof that's a mental disorder, especially with those that don't want to be the gender that they're born as. Yeah. So, and as for these old dudes, okay, all right, then they might have been crazy even as young dudes, been like this. And just because you grow older don't necessarily mean you grow wiser. And they are proof of that. And people are mistaking um, being older is naturally means you're gonna have wisdom. Hmm. And so, and the fact that they want attention so much shows to me that when they were younger, they didn't get the attention that they wanted, and YouTube was providing them with attention. You know, they looked up to in their age in a way they weren't looked up to in their youth. They reliving their childhood. Yeah, now they popular, or they popular with guys, but they now the popular guy. They feel like they the man, and now they and people are looking up to them and seeking their advice and stuff like that on something they probably really don't know anything about. Shooks, they probably need advice their own self. How you gonna teach something you don't know? Read a book. That's probably why they all into these MacBooks and stuff like that, and these pimp ideology. Yeah, so all they're doing is just repackaging the pimp and Mac mo. Oh, all right. Thanks, be one for life. Good to see you. Ah, at work. Yeah, quite a few people at work today. A couple of more hours. Couple of more hours, then you'd be off. Um, Unless you're doing another 12-hour shift. Okay, so yeah, so these old dudes are reliving their second childhood. You know, an elder that I took care of, she said, for some people, when they get older, they have a second childhood, so they reliving their childhood, or in this case, their teenage years. They're popular. They the big man on campus. All these guys are jockeying to be their friend. They eat at the popular table. Yeah, they got the popularity like the jocks. Not having to be the jocks. Okay, so and they mad because They still can't get the women. Hey, I'm popular now. I'm the big dude on campus. Need to get with me. I'm the six-figure dude. I'm the six-figure naga. I'm a high value man. High value man, big man on campus. Same thing. Yeah, yeah. And it's also possible that they stuck on that mode. They didn't grow up, or the popularity of these all these guys seeking them for advice or looking up to them is gone to their head, and as that's probably why they're mad at black women. You know, you need to choose better. You need to choose me. I'm the big man on campus now. I'm the high value guy. I'm the six-figure dude. Ah, that's sweet, B1. Thank you. Oh, okay. I was hoping you would just be listening while you was working, but some jobs you can't do that. So you must be on break. Yeah. Oh, okay. So yeah, but they still don't. They don't have the kid clout when they were a kid. Being the big man on campus, being the popular dude, usually attract the women. They ain't attracting them because hey, we grew up. You know, we grew up. What used to happen used to work when we was in high school and we was in college and we was kids. We grew up. That don't work on us. We not feeling that. We're grown women and we're looking to be with grown men. You know, not teenage boys in grown bodies. You know, you know, old men who don't know who they are. hmm and then you telling all these dudes that hate on us that it's our fault for everything. That ain't helping. Everything is our fault. Um, that and you teaching them to hate black women. That ain't helping. Are you teaching them to hate black women so they turn away from black women so there'd be more black women for you? That's not gonna work. Cause that's just another excellent can't stand. That don't make us look towards you any better. But I think that's why they're teaching these young guys that hate black women. These young guys are their competition. They want all the women, younger to older, all of them. But they especially want the younger because that's the age they feel they are. hmm I want the 18 years old because I'm 18 years old. I don't care if I grew older and I'm 50 and 60 years. I'm telling you, I'm 18 years old. Or the 19-year-olds or the 20-year-olds. And now I know the game and stuff like that. So, I can really work on them to get what I want and get them to give me what I want. And you got those two too. So they teaching all these dudes to hate black women, look down on the black women, dog black women out. So the black women have no choice but to turn to them. Because that's always their mentality. If you think about it, they're always waiting for some disaster to happen so black women to turn to them. I don't know if y'all, those of you who've been in YouTube for a while, especially in the last 4 years, every time something horrible is happening in the world, they predicting oh yeah, now you black women gonna have to turn to us, you know, and stuff like that, because y'all ain't gonna have this or that. Let them see. Before it was we weren't gonna have welfare or food stamp or housing. We weren't the ones screaming and hollering about welfare, food stamp, and um, being cut off. That was Becky. Every time they showed that, all I saw was Becky screaming and howling and crying. What we gonna do? What we gonna do? They cutting off our welfare. We gonna starve. What we gonna do? What we gonna do? I'm gonna pay for this rent.
Damn, I'm back, but I'm eating my dinner.
Oh, okay. hmm So yeah, I personally think they teaching these guys to hate black women, so they turn away from black women. That means there's more black women for me. Black women gonna turn to me because all these other dudes hate them. Don't want to be with them. They're gonna be with me. They're gonna be mines, all mines, from the 18-year-olds and the 40, 50s, and 30 years old gonna have to bow down because I can replace them with these younger chicks. Let's see. Oh, Yvette, you went to the store today, and no lie, I saw a mother with her two sons. Her sons look about 3, 4 years old. She had her son's hair with braids and beads in the end. No wonder so many. Yeah, I had a friend that did that. She so wanted a girl so bad, and 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 her twins were like it was her plan to be last. That she had four sons, and she did it unconsciously. She was putting her hair with the plaits and the barrettes. So there was a big family get together. It was everything, graduations of every sort, from high school to college. Their natural family reunion and babies being born, a lot of christenings, you know. Okay, so I see her. Now we used to kidnapping each other kids. And because she so wanted a girl, I figured she was getting a girlfriend. So I'm teasing her. I'm going, hey, chick, um, who baby you kidnapped? And she go, oh, mine's. What? Wait. I said, wait a minute. Did I get my information wrong? I thought you had a boy. I did. What the hell? Are you crazy? Why you got this boy head like this? He ain't no girl. She said, she said, it's not really that bad. I said, talk to me again when sometime, how you gonna feel sometime down the line when this boy come up to you and tell you that he's gay? And she's like, oh, you wrong for that. I said, no, you wrong for that. She had him in neutral colors, but it was leaning a little towards a little bit towards girls' clothing, but not quite there. I guess the father would have stuck his foot down, and she had his hair done up like you would do girls with multiple plaits with the little barrettes. Only thing she didn't have was the click clacks. The bolos, barrettes, and and I guess I opened her eyes into what she was doing and stuff like that. She's married with a whole husband, so don't think that's a single mother thing. Don't make that mistake, because she is married. I say was married. No, she is married, still married. When she did this, I don't know if she did this after she got there, because her husband had to work and he wasn't down there with her and stuff like that. And she did that after she got there, or that it was always there. Either way, he had to notice something and stuff like that. hmm Yeah. Oh yeah. I would have. Well, I had to, because the only reason why I couldn't do it was because the parents weren't there. I saw this in the school. Little boy, I thought he was a little girl. And it wasn't if the teacher that I know wasn't talking to me. She said, because I'm looking, I was like, is he a boy or she a girl? You know, and it's like, she kind of must have read my face. She said, no, he's a boy. What? He's a boy. His hair is done like a girl. I know. I said, didn't y'all talk to the parents? The mother, she don't see it. She don't care. But something must have happened because I saw the next year that boy hair was cut. He had the short haircut. I don't know. The father could put his foot down, or she saw, or somebody got through to her. Sometimes you got to get through to somebody. You know, it takes the right person to get through to them, or the boy himself. Because sometimes, in the case, it's the boy himself. Because her son, even though she didn't put it exactly in them girl style, she wouldn't cut his hair. She wouldn't cut their hair. She had twins. Wouldn't cut their hair. I just happened to see one. When she had that single one, that time that was single one. I think it was a single one. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, but she wouldn't cut the hair. So they would have braided styles, boys braided style. But one of the sons, he was getting tired. He was getting fights all the time because uh, people kept mistaking him for a girl, and he had enough. He went to his dad. Dad, I want to cut my hair. It's like you know how your mom gonna be. They cut it, but they were wise enough to keep clippings of your hair to give to his mom. But he had enough, and I was like, and when I heard about it, I said, "You see, I'm telling you, and stuff like that." It could have been that he wouldn't have said anything, but yeah, sometimes it's the child. The child be like, "No, I seen another school. His hair is always put in a ponytail, but when his hair is down, his hair is naturally wavy. It looks like the 1970 Farrah Fawcett hair, when it's loose." And these boys be very aggressive because they being mistaken for a girl, or boys are stepping up to them thinking that they some little punks, and so they fight him more. I saw him not this year, towards the end of last year. His hair is cut. I had never seen him so happy and stuff like that. I had to discipline him, put him in a corner because he was cutting up so much. But he wasn't fighting. He had a boy's haircut. hmm Yeah. So yeah, sometimes the child do the correction, stuff like that. But when they're young, that yet they don't know. They don't know. But once they start going to school, school is gonna bring it out. It's gonna, no, I'm not no boy. They're gonna be fighting to prove they ain't a boy and stuff like that. Shooks, and I heard in one parent's case, the child had enough. He had enough. He cut his hair. He cut his hair, and after the mom broke down and cried, stuff like that, she got over it. Yeah, mothers will get over it. That's why fathers need to step in there. And father took him to get his hair cut at right with the barber because he didn't like it no more. He didn't like being mistaken for a girl. He didn't like um being called her. Hmm. Yeah. And see, I couldn't talk to the parents because I never did see the parents. I only saw the child, but I talked to the teachers and principal, and they's like, "Oh yes, we talked to her. We talked to the parents and stuff like that. She's not getting it. She ain't ready." And then when the following year, when I saw my friend that works there, and we looked at each other and said, "Oh, something changed." And it's like, yes, it did. In fact, some of the schools, their school policy is boys couldn't have a haircut, couldn't have hair longer than a certain length. They could not wear styles that was look like a girl's
But
hairstyle. Hmm.
parents,
Hmm.
some parents are extremely selfish.
Hmm.
This is why I question people. See, when you get questions like this, right? Do you love your child? Some people get all offended. You damn right I love my child. Really? Then why are you screwing up their sexuality? Why are you treating your boy like a girl? Why are you giving him girly hairdos and having him wear feminine colors and girl clothing? If you loved them, you wouldn't do them that way. Same thing with a girl. If you loved her, you wouldn't have her put on masculine colors, get her hair cut like a dude. If you loved her, you wouldn't do that. See, this is where parents get their loved questions for their children. You know? See, when you are a reckless parent and people see that you're reckless, they're going to question whether you love your children or not. And you should be questioned. They ain't know who the hell you think you are. No. You should be. If you're reckless, you're doing reckless shit like letting your child stay out all kinds of times of the night. She's 13, hanging out with 18, 19-year-old boys all night. And you ain't nowhere to be found. You ain't got no curfew. And she comes home one day pregnant. That's reckless. It's reckless when you do reckless things with your children. You should be questioning whether you love them or not. I think some parents are so bad that they should be evaluated. And they should be evaluated on whether they can keep their children, because if you're going to protect your children, you got to have the nerve to protect the children. You know what I mean? You got to have the balls to protect the children. Some of these parents don't deserve the children that they have. Some of these parents are extremely abusive to these children. Some of these parents are a detriment to their children. They are a harm to their children. And in that case, a child does not need a parent like that. So we let too many things ride in this society because we say that we have an opinion and we know it's about freedom of speech. Black people are running right here talking about they have their own opinion. Nobody else talks that way but black people. That's why black people don't have anything. Black people don't have any authority, don't have any power, don't have any say-so in the matter. Because they believe everything is about opinion. Reality doesn't work that way. The real world doesn't work that way. The real world doesn't work off opinions. The real world works off of concrete information, facts, tangible things. That's what it runs off of. That's run off opinions. And while you're looking to build an opinionated world, you'll be the only one in it. So with that being said, Dan, you got something else you want to say before we shut it down?
Okay. Yeah. As far as our boys being feminized or being gay, it it's not the woman's fault. The man is there to get a hold of that and balance her out, you know, and stuff like that. I spoke to the couple of women I talked about. They weren't single mothers. They were married. Their husbands let them do this to their sons. So don't be trying to blame no single mother about this. The man ain't stepping in and say, "Look, he's a boy. I know you want a girl and stuff like that. Maybe you can do something with your nieces." That's what I did with my friend. You got a bunch of nieces. Your sister will gladly let you take all the nieces, all her daughters, and have a girls' day and stuff like that. And you get your girl fix on. But if the man ain't there to, look, honey, I know you want a girl, but he's a boy. he's gonna have trouble when he go to school. He's gonna be picked at. He's gonna be fighting. And you want him to get, you know how hard they look on us when it comes to fight. You want him to get kicked out of school because he's fighting because some boy is calling him a girl or think he's a girl or coming at him because he's a girl
Well,
and stuff like that.
this is
Hmm.
why I say homeschooling is the best because your
Hmm.
child won't be subject to any of that.
Hmm.
There'll be no peer pressure. There'll be no schoolyard bullies. So I say homeschool is the best.
Hmm.
Yeah, finish up, Dan.
Yeah, yeah. So so um so yeah, so don't be so quick to say this is a single mother thing. They feminizing their boy. The thing is whether there's a man there or not. There's not masculine balance. There's not somebody talking to the women, telling them, hey, he's not a girl. You're gonna have to treat him like a boy and stuff like that. And this is how you treat him like a boy. Either the husband, the boyfriend, the men in the community step in and say, "Hey, you know, I'm taking the boys camping, or I'm taking the boys to do this, or how about I teach your boys how to fix things around the house and stuff like that." Things like that. So it's the men. I know y'all keep getting tired of us saying it's the men. It's the men. The men got to be there to put their foot down. The men got to be there to take charge. The men got to be there to show their sons how to be men. You know, yeah. And and sometimes when to put their foot down and stuff like that. Men got to put their foot down. Look, you know, don't get to the point where your child has to do stuff for themselves to get to you that I'm a boy and I want to look like a boy and stuff like. Don't men don't wait till your sons is telling you, Dad, I can't take it anymore. I love mom, but I'm a boy. I want to look like a boy. I want my hair cut. That means you're not doing something. You're not stepping up. Okay. All right.
Very, very
I'm gonna leave
powerful.
the rant. Yeah, if I keep up, I'm gonna get into a rant. All right,
Well,
everybody.
you can go on if you want to. Very powerful stuff from the Dame.
Mhm.
All right,
Yeah.
everybody. Hey, Q up, Wankster. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to this edition of Gangster Talk, the YT Gangster edition. We'll see you guys on ladies' night. I don't think I'm gonna do a show this weekend, but don't hold me to it. I might. It depends on if I get triggered by something. I think I'm gonna relax for a couple of days. You know, make some money, hang out with the Dame and my peoples, and we'll see you guys on ladies' night. Appreciate you guys' support. Thanks for showing up, showing out on ladies' night. It was a great ladies' night. Other than that terrible incident, which will not repeat itself, I guarantee you. Uh, but thank you for supporting us. So like, subscribe, and share. Support the channel.
I know I could do it.